What's up, card family? I am back from the card show, and I'm lucky enough to have Monday off so I can sort of sort and put things away, decompress a little bit, and maybe get some chores done around the house. But first, I wanted to make this video, just a little recap, show you some of the things I picked up, talk about some of the experience, and yeah. So Dustin Bellinger, he drove up from Nebraska. And met me at where I work, and then we drove up, and then I drove up to St. Paul. We got a little Airbnb. We checked in, and then we drove over to the Twins game, and it was cold. Like, it was really cold. I had a sweatshirt and a coat and hat, or sweatshirt, a coat, and gloves on, and I was still freaking cold. And the Twins, of course, lost like they normally do this year. It was a competitive game. It was back and forth. It was a good game, but it was just sucky that it was so dang cold. It was literally snowing while we were sitting there. And then when we woke up in the morning, our cars were covered up with snow. So we went back, and Ryan Van Dyke and Dan Ubel from the Super Collectors Unite were at the house waiting for us. So we chatted with them. They actually set up table at the show. And Ryan gave me a little stack, some gifts. I'll show a couple of them. He did give me this Eddie Julian autograph. I didn't have an Eddie Julian yet, so that adds to my count, my autograph count. And then this is really cool. He gave me this 89 Kirby, and of course, I have probably 20 of these, but the one he gave me is a gum stain, so that's pretty cool. So no, this doesn't count for my count, but it's still like a really cool piece to have in my Kirby collection. That a good friend gave it to me, and it's unique with the gum stain. So Saturday we get up, we go to the show, and it's a pretty big show. I was kind of surprised at how big it was. Of course, there were a lot of great autograph guests over the whole weekend. I mean, there was Pete Rose, Dave Winfield, Ricky Henderson was there, Mike Tyson, Ric Flair, Adrian Peterson, just all these. Vlad Guerrero Sr. was there, just all these great signers, and none of us got in any lines. I thought about getting Mike Tyson, but I just kind of changed my mind at the last second. Bellinger was going to get Henderson, Winfield, and Vlad Sr., but he ended up buying some autographs on eBay significantly cheaper. Yeah, you don't get to meet the guy, but you don't have to stand in line at the show and all that. So Bellinger, he spent his budget pretty much within an hour or two. He got some cool cards. Me, I was a little bit... I struggle at card shows sometimes because, like, I want to buy something big, but I never find something that strikes me enough to spend the money on it, So I did see a ton of Kirby autos. None of them really did I feel like were worth the amount. The bad thing about going to a Minnesota show, I mean, there were dealers from out of state, obviously, but the bad thing about that is the Minnesota stuff's usually pretty overpriced, catering to the locals. But yeah, it was a great show. It was big, and it's not as big as the National, but it was dang big. And with all this stuff going on this weekend, the Strongsville was going on. I believe there was a smaller card show in Green Bay. I think there was even a big show going on in Vegas, but just probably would have been better if it was going on at a different time than Strongsville. Maybe would have attracted. Yeah, there wasn't. I won't say that. There was a lot of vintage, but it was probably, I don't know, 75, 25. There was Pokemon, hockey. That's one thing you don't really see that as much at the National, at least the year I went. Barely see any hockey at all. But it was a great time. And then Saturday, I got to meet Rob Sagady from the Commenting Collector. I just happened to be wandering around and bumped into him. So that was pretty cool. So I did pick up a few things on Saturday. I stopped at some bargain bins and dug out a bunch of stuff. I did also grab this Freddie Freeman rookie card. I mean, it's a Topps Lineage, so it's not like one of the more sought after ones, but it was $2. I figure it's definitely worth $2. It's in pretty good shape. I don't think it would gem because it's got a little bit of edge problems on the backside, but I think it probably would get a PSA 9 if I sent it in. But I don't plan on to. But just thought, that's a good card to grab. Easily a future Hall of Famer. And then a couple other of the smaller things I picked up. I did pick this up. I've been looking at wanting to grab this and even the whole set if I could. If I would have saw the whole set, I would have bought it. I would have paid for it. I know it's not a cheap set, but this is from 1970 Super Value. There's a Rod Carew and a Jim Cott, and this one's creased. Right here, it's creased, but the guy said, "Hey, $5." I'm like, "Oh shit, sure, you can have $5 for it." So, I think I got a pretty good deal on that, and it's a nice piece for my Killer Brew collection, and maybe someday I'll get a full set or get one of those in a better shape. And then I only got, unfortunately, one Kirby item the whole show. I was somewhat disappointed about that, but it's this cool thing that they handed out at the Salute to Kirby game where they brought him out. He's retired in July of '96, or announced his retirement. And then they had a salute day to him. And and it came with the ticket stub for the game, so I thought that was kind of cool. Nice add to the collection, the Kirby PC. So I was glad to add that. Sorry about the glare. Hold on a second. Close the door. Thought that would help with the glare, but it really isn't. All right, so then the next thing, this was the most expensive thing that I bought at the show. I saw it and I'm like, what the heck is that? It was a stack of photos, and big shout out to Stukes Baseball Cards and Curiosity. He wasn't at the show. I believe he was down in Texas. But I sent him a message, a picture of this item, and said, you know what these are? And he answered back right away, and he said they're Type 1 photo fan snapshots, and he said buy them. Tried to talk the guy down. He wouldn't come down. And I was messaging Stukes, and he's like, and Scott said, hey, buy them. If you don't like them, I'll buy them from you. So that was enough for me to want to get them. Some of these Twins players I might not recognize, or at least if I recognize them, I can't quite put a name to them. So excuse me if I'm a bad Twins fan here, but all of these are photos, black and white photos that were taken in 1964 and 65 and developed. It even came with the envelope. They came in brown photo in Minneapolis. So pretty cool. Let's see. So let's look at them. That might be Al Worthington, September of '64. There's another one there. I believe that's Jimmy Hall. And some of them have names written on. That's Ron Henry, Jimmy Hall and Ron Henry. That one doesn't have names. That might be Don Mencher. That's Jim Cott. Kind of a blurry one. There's Zoilo Versailles. There's one that didn't turn out. We got Earl Batty. Somebody else. Oh, Batty and Arriga. So just super cool item. Some fans, look at this one. This one's cool. So Tony Oliva. Some fans got to go down on the field, take some photos. It's another Oliva. There's Zorro and Oliva. Rich Rollins. Not sure who that one's kind of blurry. Just really cool photos. And an awesome and very unique. So that's Rich Rollins and Jim Rowland. That's Al Worthington, I think. Or Bob Allison. So very cool item, and something I'm not going to be a Dick Stigman, and not sure who that other younger guy is. Wouldn't be able to find at on eBay or really anywhere. It's a picture of the stadium. Zorro, that's in 1965. That was the year he was the MVP. It's another picture of him. I think Mincher and Earl Batty there. That one's a sweet one. Mudcat Grant and Tony Oliva. This was the big headliner here. Harmon with a bunch of kids. Great photo. Super cool item. So yeah, that's Mudcat in the middle. Not sure who the other gentlemen are. I'll look it up. But yeah, this is definitely awesome. I'm going to have to try to come up with some sort of photo album or scrapbook that I can put these in. Make a nice, cool showcase piece. But I was very, very happy with these. I'm glad I talked to Stuke about it, and I'm glad I bought them. They're just awesome, awesome, unique Type 1 photos, and really, really cool. So then we went home, and I went out to eat with Dustin, and then we went back, and Ryan brought back, he had a big box of Harmon Killebrew cards that he was looking to get rid of, and I took a big stack. All these are like lower, some of them are serial numbered, but this is a big stack of Harmons that I'm going to get to add to my PC. I love that type of stuff. I'm such a nerd. I love cataloging my collection. I love doing even the most mundane, putting my spreadsheet in, inputting the cards in my spreadsheet. I'm a dork like that. But some of the highlights, all of the ones that I bought from him were all modern, because the vintage ones that he had, I already had. But some of the highlights here, we have a 2016 Pantheon 500 Home Run Club jersey piece, numbered out of 99. We have a 08 Donruss Threads. Another jersey. That one's out of 150. And then we got a National Treasure triple jersey. And that one's numbered out of 49. Nice pinstripe there. So that's a pretty cool card. Sort of the highlight of the whole bunch. Then on Sunday we went back to the show, and I didn't buy much. I bought a bunch of magnetics. There was somebody that had magnetics on sale for $1 a piece, so I bought a bunch of them. And then the only cards I bought on Sunday, I did find a dealer who had a bunch of cheap in-person autographs, and I was able to find a bunch for my Twins collection, so that's awesome. We got a Mark Portugal, John Butcher. I didn't have any of these guys. Rick Stelmazik. He was a coach for the Twins. Rick Dempsey. You may not know that Rick Dempsey played. It looks like he played 41 games over 4 seasons with the Twins. He only has one card in a Twins uniform, and it's his rookie card. It could be kind of expensive, because expensive isn't the right word, but it can be, cost more than I really want to pay for it. So maybe someday I'll upgrade to a signed rookie, but this is a nice placeholder for now. Rick Lysander, Dave Meyer, and Houston Jimenez. So nice autograph ads. And then one other thing, when we got in, they handed us a tote bag with a couple packs. We get back to the room on Saturday. We open our packs. Nobody got anything cool. And then the next day, they gave us some different packs. And when I got home, I opened them. I wish I would have opened them at the show, because in one pack, I pulled this Jordan Walker autograph, rookie autograph. The last couple that sold for $150. If I would have pulled this at the show, I probably could have sold it for around $100 and been pretty happy with that. But yeah, still really lucky, to get that. It's just wish I would have opened them at the show. All right, everybody. That was the card show recap. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of my pickups, and let me know what was your favorite thing that I showed. And yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry about the long video, but yeah, it was fun. And definitely, I don't know if I'm going to go next year, because I might want to go to National. We'll see. I'm not gonna go to both. It's a lot easier for me to do the Minnesota show, obviously, but I'd like to do the National again sometime, not for the show, just for the people, because that's so much fun. So hey, let me know down below if you are going to the National. I'm just curious to see how many of my subscribers are doing so. So thanks, guys. See you next time.